So I've decorated all the pages, as you can see. So some of them are very, you know, ornate. There was lots to do, and yeah, so they look really nice. This one's quite, you know, it's got a lot on it. It's got dreams there, because that's what this little one's called, dreaming, so I thought I'd put dreams across. And just to do these 3D things that are kind of in the tunnel, so on the other side of the frame, all you need for this is, I don't know if you can see on the back, is a little piece of card. So let me just get a piece of, so you don't need it to be too big. Let me see. When you want a piece of card, you can't find a piece of card. Okay, so I'll just use this piece of paper here. So pretend that this is, you want card, really. Okay, and you only need it about, sometimes you might need 2, depending on how long the thing is that you want to, that you're sticking in. I'd say about half an inch in width, that way. And then all you're going to do is say 1/4 of an inch, fold it in, and then 1/4 of an inch, and then just fold it again. Sorry, is that out of shot? So all I've done is fold it in about, say, 1/4 of an inch, folded it again. So this is going to be card though, and cut off this end now, we don't need that bit. Okay, then open it up, and then one of these ends will stick on to this back bit here, and then the other end, the other U shape. So you can have it either way, you can have it that way or you can have it up that way, depends. Yep, so one gets stuck onto the actual card, and then whatever you're sticking as an aperture or whatever, so say we were sticking that on, that would then go on there, that would stick on that side. And you just need it so that there's enough at the bottom for it to stick on, obviously, and that you can see it through your aperture as well. Okay, so I hope I've explained that. Okay, so yeah, so there's different things that you can do. You can do the 3D, you don't have to, you can just put things around the sides, it's up to you. So now with these, what we're going to do is we're going to, the inch that we did from the top, and then the 3/4, so you should have a score line of 1 inch, and then a score line. I know you can't really see that very well. I think I might actually just score this one a bit more, because you can't actually see. I have been finding it a bit difficult actually to score, so let's make sure that we can see that's better. See those score lines. So the 2 that you did for your 1 at the top, and then 1 3/4, and then this one is the bottom one. This was the 3/4 at the bottom. So you want all your, this is going to be the top of your page, so you want all your designs to start this way, so they want to look that way, because your page is kind of being put, it's this way, it's landscape, okay, and this is the top of your page. So then what you want to do is you want to fold that one over there, okay, so that top one folds over, and then this one folds that way, the other way, the opposite way. So you have, so it's going to look like that, okay, so you've got a bit of a shelf, and then that sticks up there, okay, so that's the top. And then for this one, you're going to fold it back, okay, so that's going to get folded back like that. Okay, so that's kind of your page now, that's your pop-up page. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to assemble all our pages. Now I know that on here we haven't got any mats, okay, you can put a mat on it, you can leave it blank if you want to, okay. I will make some mats, but I'm not going to stick them on yet, because I'll show you why. So I'm going to go prepare the mats. Now the mats for the other one, let me just see what all my things are in here. So the mats for the backs were 6.5 by 5. Okay, so 6.5 by 5 you want your mats to be. Okay, so I'm just going to go and cut those, and you don't have to, like I say, you don't have to do them. You can always die cut like you did this aperture. You could always use that. You could die cut that shape again and just put it on there, you know, or a bigger one. It's up to you what you want to do. Okay, so I'll come back in a little while. Okay, so this is how we put the pages together. Okay, so you're going to put glue across this top. You could use red liner tape. You just want something that is quite strong. And can I just say, I have started using Kalal Everyday glue because Sam Clayton on Mixed Up Craft did a review, and she was saying that it doesn't kind of warp your paper or anything like that. So I thought, right, I'll give it a go, and I must say it has been the best paper. So besides that, so you're putting it on this top 1-inch flap on this bit, on the bit that you've just decorated that's got your aperture in it. Make sure that they're the right way up, so you want it that way, and you're just going to stick it on the back of the one that has got the 1/2 inch. So your other piece of card that you cut, your 5.5 by 8, that just have the 1/2 inch flap at the bottom. So the flap's at the bottom, you're going to stick this onto the top. Okay, so just stick that bit for now, nothing else, just this bit, and just make sure that it's lined up nice and straight on the edges, and give it a nice pinch bone folder if you want to get it nicely pressed down. Okay, so as you can see, our pages are now coming to life. They're, you know, they're getting there. Okay, so now I'll let that one dry. These ones should be kind of dry by now. This one I did first of all. Okay, so now we can put our mats on underneath. I didn't want to do the mats before we put that on, so we can see where, because as you can see, you've got 1 inch here. So if you'd have matted this first, then you might have stuck it over, but it doesn't matter really, but it just depends. And if you're not filling the hole, because like my mats now, this is quite obviously you don't want it to go over this. Maybe that was a bit, maybe you want to take a little bit off, because that's actually a bit too long, but it's okay, that's fine. Yes, you don't want it to go over this 1/2 inch flap here, okay, that you had on the back. Okay, so just centre it. On the other ones I just did an oval, and so it didn't fill the whole thing really, so it's up to you what you want to do for the backing. Like I said, you could just put the apertures that you've got from, you know, from the actual I'll use my little one, I think, from the I've decanted some of the Kalal glue into here with this is a Woodware fine nozzled, fine tipped, it's got a fine tipped nozzle on it, little bottle. They're not very big, but you know, they hold enough for you to, I've done quite a few sticking and gluing projects while I've and they get in those corners, so yeah, it's they're okay. They're not, I did try them first of all, but I obviously, when I first got them, I thought, oh, these are rubbish. But obviously the glue that I was trying to put in them was too thick. But now that I've got this glue, goes in really nicely. Okay, so, and if you've got, you know, any directional kind of paper, just make sure it's up the right way. Put it right up to that thing, make sure. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. So I'll do all these and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've matted all the insides now. Okay, so it makes it look even, you know, prettier now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to attach the pages. Okay, so what you want to do is we're going to kind of be like, that's how they're going, you know, that's how they will look in the book. Okay, so they go up like that. So this is the top of your page, and you open them like this. So what you want to do is this flap here that is at the end of your your picture page. Okay, so this flap here. You're going to fold. So this is your flap page. This is the back of another page. So that's your picture front. This is the back. We're calling this the back. Okay, which is where you had just your 1/2 inch score mark. Okay, bend that 1/2 inch score mark in. Okay, so I've just put a piece of black ink, I've marked the black ink there so you can see. So you bend that in, and then the flap, the 3/4 inch flap that was on the aperture page is going to go, you're going to glue that onto the bottom of here. Okay, so that is getting glued onto there. Okay, so that was that's your flap page with nothing on it. That's the back. Okay, this is the aperture page. So this flap is now going to get stuck onto the bottom of there. Okay, your 1/2 inch flap has been put there. That's going to be where your spine, you're going to stick that. That'll be for the spine. So you don't want to stick it onto there like that. You want to stick it onto this bit here. Okay, so and it's best, I found, to put the glue onto this flap bit here. And the beauty in using a wet glue, you can use red tape. Obviously you need something that's strong, is that you can wiggle it about until you get it in the right position, whereas with red tape, once it's stuck, it's stuck. Okay, so let me just make sure I've got this right. Right, so that, so it's the end, yep. So this end of this flap is going onto there. Okay, just making sure that it's straight. Okay. Okay. So that is what you will have. Okay, and let those dry. Okay, so I'm going to do maybe do a couple of pages at a time, and then you can the front page. So this will be the front of your book if you want to. It's up to you which one you go put in the front. That's not gonna have anything stuck on the back of it. That is going to be the front page. Okay, so we'll mat and layer that later once we've got everything sorted. We'll layer these as well. We'll put mats on these as well. You don't have to, you can leave them if you want to. Okay, so just stick 2 of those. Okay, and this glue does dry quite quickly as well, so that's another beauty of this glue, is that it does kind of glue, it does think. So again, the back of this one. Okay, so that is the flap. That's the flap of this back. So you want that out of the way. Okay, put your glue onto here. Make sure there's enough glue so that it is, you know, you've got a nice glued edge. Okay, and then lift it up and position it so that all that back is meeting up with that back. Press it down nice, and so you're getting a nice firm. Obviously if you've got glue that takes a while to set, you're going to need to do this. You're going to maybe need to leave them to set. Okay, so I'm going to get that done now, and I shall come back when I've glued all these pages together, and I shall show you what it looks like. So here we are with the kind of finished main pages of this album. So as you can see, this will be the back, but I just wanted to show you that it does actually fold flat. It will fold flat, and all the pages will fold. Okay, so it does fold flat if you want it to. The way that the spine is, it needs to be it can't be a thick spine, it needs to be a curved spine, because it obviously needs to pull up and pop up the pages and things like that. So I'm going to do another video, because I think this video has been long enough, on how to do the spine and how to do the cover. Okay, so let's just look at, so this will be the front, and as you can see I've matte and layered each of the backs of the other pages, and these were, I want to say 5 by 7, but let me just check. Never find a ruler when you need one. Okay, so yep, just under 7 by 5. So 7 by 5 for these mats on this front page here. Okay, so as you can see, I've just decorated it with one of the tags. I've put a little peg on with some red tape, stuck that on so that they can come off and you could write on there. I've put pockets on some of these, and then they've got tags in them with little pegs again. Okay, so I've tried to match the paper to the other side, obviously, and then this one, you'll see when the spine goes on, it does pop up a bit better than it is doing. So again, I've tried to, again, these little tags in there, a little pocket. I've just put shaker tape, you know, a thick foam tape either side of just a topper so that it makes a pocket, and then there's some more of the toppers, a little tag again with little peg in them. This one it's quite simple. It's just again, I've just stuck a peg to the thing, and then just there's a couple of like toppers and a tag, so you can actually, you know, if you wanted to write something about the picture, or you want to write something about, you know, what happened on that day or whatever, then you've got that. Another pocket here, so you've got that, and then yeah, and then that's the back. And then if we can, on the back page, we'll try and maybe do a pocket for this one, but we can see we don't, you know, we don't need to. Okay, so that's the end of this video, and like I said, I'll do a part 2 for when I'll see, I'll maybe put them all together, but I'm thinking that'll be a part 2 for the spine. Okay, so thank you for watching this part, and I shall see you in the next part.